This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Live from Johannesburg, I want to share with you an incredible insight of the Ben La'ashri that explains an aspect of the Akeida that I think has not been tapped into, and perhaps we could add an original insight on top of that. After these matters, and God tested Avraham. He said to him, Avraham. Avraham said, here, behold, here I am. Take your son, your only son that you love, as Yitzchak. And so many of the commentaries discuss and analyze why the superfluous verbiage, Bincha, Yechidcha, Asher Hafta, Rashi, Archaim HaKadosh. But there are a few words that have not been really tapped into. Vayomer Elav, God said, Avraham, Vayomer Hineni. What do we need that for? Why did God say, Avraham? And then Avraham said, yeah, that's me. What could I do for you? It should just say, V'holeikim nisas Avraham. Vayomer kachnas benchas yichidcha. This is totally superfluous. Vayomer Elav Avraham, Vayomer Hineni. Says the Ben La'ashri, Rabbi Yitzchak HaKohen Huberman, he says something amazing. He says that based on insight of his Rebbe, the Abbezin of Bulgarai, Rabbi Yaakov Mordechai, he says, what was the Nisayon of the Akeida? That Hashem asked Avraham to do something difficult. Avraham was so nizdabek HaKadosh Baruch Hu. His whole mitzius was nisbatel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. His whole reality was only to do the will of God. So this was really a test? Was this really a challenge? Was there a question? What exactly was the Nisayon of the Akeida? And Rabbi Yaakov Mordechai Bulgarai said, the challenge was, the Rebbeinu Shalom went to Avraham and he said, I am going to strip you of all of your high madregos, all your high levels and closeness to me at this time. And at that low point in your feeling distant from me, can you still pass the test? Or do you have to be feeling on a spiritual high to pass the Nisayon? So that's what it means, says Rabbi Yaakov Mordechai of Bulgaria, and the Tzadik Raanana says that since then many Svarim have offered this particular interpretation, but he remembers that in the past nobody knew about it, and it was really brought to this world by his Rebbe, Rabbi Yaakov Mordechai of Bulgaria. He says that Vayaras Hamoka Mirachik, they saw God from a distance. He saw Hashem from a distance, meaning the Rebbeinu Shalom distanced himself from Avraham Avinu. And he said, now that you see me, Vayaras Hamokim, Hamokim refers to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now that I'm far from you, let's see if you could still pass this test. That's the meaning of Vayaras Hamokim Merachik. So says the Ben La'ashri, the test of the Akeida was, can Avraham still fulfill the difficult bidding of Hashem even when he feels distant? How did Hashem make Avraham feel distant? Says the Ben La'ashri, Vayomer Elav Avraham. He only said his name once. When Avraham was on a high level, and when the Rebbeinu Shalom finds favor with someone, it's Avraham, Avraham, Moshe, Moshe, a double expression. But here, it's just Vayomer Elav Avraham. Hashem says, take a step back. You're not that close to me right now. Can you still do this? And Avraham said, Hineni, I am ready to do your bidding no matter what you take away from me. So the Nisayon of the Akeida was facilitated through the introductory comments of Vayomer Elav Avraham, Vayomer Hineni, the incredible insight of the Ben La'ashri. Perhaps we can add one short thought. In the beginning of the Parsha it says, Vayera Elav Hashem be'eloinei mamrei. Vayera Elav. And the Sefer Bas Ayin asks, why Vayera Elav? And he appeared to him. It should say Vayera Hashem El Avraham. Who's to him? And he appeared to him. Who's him? First you need to say a noun before you could say a pronoun. And the Bas Ayin develops an idea that Avraham Avinu was on such a high madrega that his mitzios and his physicality was totally nisbatel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So Vayera Elav Hashem, that the revelation came from Avraham's whole essence, meaning Avraham's entire entity was Makabel O Malchus Shamayim, that he was not even Avraham. He was just a manifestation and a reflection of HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself. So perhaps, in this instance, Hashem says, don't think you're going to remain on this high level, and in that state I'm going to challenge you on the Akeida. No, Vayomer love Avraham! This time I'm saying the noun. I'm giving you back your entity. You are now a physical being. You're not a love just to him. Now you're Avraham. Let's see if you could pass this test. But this is all based on the idea that the Nisayon of the Akeida was made possible because Vayaras Hamakom Meirachaik, and that was accomplished, says the Tzadik of Raanana, with the words Vayemer Elav Avraham. Hashem said his name only one time, and by saying it one time, that's what posed the great challenge to Avraham. So, wishing everyone a beautiful Shabbos here from Johannesburg. Wishing everyone bracha v'hatzlacha, agun Shabbos.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.